What's going on, everybody? It's Commander RestlessCorpse. Welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now here's the deal. I had a video all set up for you guys yesterday. It was an amazing video. I'm talking expert quality. I'm talking I would have won an Academy Award for my performance in yesterday's video. Unfortunately, technical difficulties rendered that video useless, so no one will ever see my amazing, I guess, acting chops or whatever the fuck you want to call them. I hope I slowed down. Yeah, I totally slowed down. So let's get into why I screwed yesterday's video up. So here's the deal. I use a very specific, not very specific. I guess I use a particular headset that I really like, and I am absolutely just 100% on board with this headset. The Logitech G35. I think it's an absolutely amazing headset, but I didn't start out wanting that one. So a while back, almost a year ago, I bought a Logitech G930. It's an amazing headset as well, wireless, very comfortable. When I play games for really long periods of time, and I always needed to find a headset that didn't hurt, because a lot of headsets, they have these round earpieces or whatever, round ear pads that kind of sit on parts of your ear, and after a while it starts to hurt. It presses into them. It starts to kind of feel like something's digging into it, and I absolutely hate that. So I bought a Logitech G930, and the ear pads are big enough to cover the entire ear, so that I don't even feel them on my ear, which is amazing. If you're in the market for looking for headsets, I don't know what I'm doing. That's pretty much the way to go. But the 930 being a wireless headset, first of all, I have problems with wireless headsets. Because I that's too far away. Because I game for really long, stretches at a time. I always buy wired. The G930 was my first attempt at going for a wireless headset. There's just a lot of problems with wireless headsets for me. I would hate for myself to be in the middle of recording a video or something, and that's it. The battery runs out and it needs to be charged. So to get around that, I always buy wired headsets. But I bought this wireless headset, and everything seemed to be fine right out the box. It has an amazing sound to it. As far as gaming headsets go, I know some of you audiophiles are going to be like, dude, there are so many better headsets. But listen, it's just a gaming headset. It's very cheap. It was like $150. It's not bad. It's worth it for the sound quality and whatnot. The problem with it is, and after it happened, I looked around online, and lots of people have this problem with the G930 headset, is that it wouldn't charge for some reason. So it's supposed to be rated to work for 12 hours, and that's super awesome. I game longer than that sometimes, especially since I play MMOs and stuff like that. But right out of the box, I didn't have to charge it or anything. Just popped it right on, started working, and it worked for around the amount of time that it said, and I was happy with that. But the problem is when it starts to lose its battery, it screeches in your ear, and it's absolutely terrible. But that's not even the reason that I had to go with something else. So that happened, and I plugged it in. Now, you're supposed to be able to play while charging these headsets. I had to fiddle around for a half hour for it to even get a charge to it. And when it finally did, that was fine, but it only worked for about an hour, and then it happened again. So clearly it was not really charging while being used. Also, not that big of a deal. I figure, you know what? I still have my old headset, so I'll let this charge for a while, a day, and then I'll put the other, and then I'll use it. And I did that, and when I came back to the headset, it still had not charged. So, this is not the point of my, or it's not my point here. I'm just giving you some context. So, I had problems with the charge. Now, I looked it up, and I found out that lots of people are having this problem. It's kind of a defect, and if you send it back or whatever, then they'll send you, they'll fix it for you, or they'll send you a new pair. I didn't go through all that. I whatever. I just went out, and what I did was I bought the Logitech G35, which is the wired version of the 930. And it was amazing. I absolutely love that headset. That is the headset I've used for the last year. I had no problems. The noise canceling is amazing. I can barely hear myself when I have that headset on, which is why in a lot of my recent videos, if you look at some of my older videos, my audio is always a little bit lower. It's because it's harder to pick up on the mics because I'm not, I'm trying to talk loud enough for myself to hear myself. So the G35 is awesome. Never had any problems with it. My favorite headset ever so far. Unfortunately, well, we'll get into the unfortunately in a second, but unwilling to just throw the G930 away because that would be stupid, that's what I use on my editing and rendering laptop. Because I am not on that nearly as much. I'm only on that long enough to edit videos. It seemed to be working great for a really long time. Didn't have any problems with the charging. The charging was amazing. It was doing what it was supposed to do as long as I didn't use it for long periods of time. Well, it started giving me problems again very recently, a couple days ago. To the point where I couldn't edit videos until it stopped acting up. So I decided yesterday that I was going to go get a new headset. Okay? This is actually 2 days ago, I guess. I was going to go get a new headset. To replace the G930, I was going to go buy another G35. So that I'd have two. One for my gaming PC, one for my editing laptop, Unfortunately, that day, my G35 fell off the desk because it has a really, really long cord. So what I do is I tuck the cord between the seat of, like the seat cushion of my chair and the arm, so that it doesn't move anywhere, and it's got ample, it's got a long enough cord that I can move my chair around and it'll still stay seated there, and the cord stays out of my way. That's kind of inconsequential to this. Well, no, I guess not, because what happened was I got up to go do something. I don't remember what it was, and when I came back, I spun my chair to sit down in it, and it pulled the headset off of the table, or off of the desk, and it hit the ground and broke. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's pretty shoddy workmanship or craftsmanship on the headset. That's not exactly true, because it happens all the time, and I guess this is just a straw that broke the camel's back. It broke the left earpiece off, and because the Logitech G series has like these swivel ear pads, so that you can set them flat down on a table or a desk or whatever. It broke that part, so there was no fixing it. So it turned into, instead of needing to buy one G35, I needed to buy two. I needed to go out that day. It was imperative that I went out and got them right that second, because I need to do my recording and stuff. So I went out to basically Best Buy is where I go to get them, because they sell the Logitech stuff. They sell all the Logitech stuff. It's really cool. So I went there, and they didn't have any G35s. Apparently, they don't sell them anymore. Maybe. Or at least just this place. I looked around for like an empty shelf or something, and they don't have G35s anymore. So unfortunately, what I had to do was buy a G430, which technically came out after the G35, but it's not as good. It doesn't have the noise canceling. The ear pads are like a memory foam instead of the pleather that the other ones were, the G35s and G930s. So there's no noise canceling whatsoever, which isn't a big problem. It's not a problem. But I really liked it. I don't know if you guys have heard, sometimes in my videos you can hear a cat meowing in the background sometimes if I don't manage to edit that out. It's because the cat gets trapped in my room sometimes, and obviously she wants out, and she meows. Well, if I have a noise canceling headset, I don't hear it. So generally I'll hear it after I take the headset off when I'm done recording, and I'll be like, oh, you want to go out? So I'll let her out. Whatever. That is inconsequential. The point is, it doesn't have the noise canceling. So that sucks. It also doesn't have like some crazy buttons on the side or whatever that I never use, so that's not a big deal. But anyway, back to the story. So I bought a G430, but I needed a second headset. And I heard a lot about the Razer Kraken Pro, or the Razer Kraken Chroma, which is what I bought. I heard that it was amazing. So I bought one of those, and I bought a G430 because I needed two headsets. when I got them home, I set the 430 up on the editing laptop because technically it's not as good quality as the Razer, and I set the Razer up as my editing or my gaming headset. And I sat down and recorded like a 2.5 hour session of Dark Souls 3, which turned out to be pretty awesome. I was looking down at my keyboard, had my finger on the M button for the map, and I just didn't hit it for some reason. But so I recorded, and everything was fine. The problem with the Chroma, the Razer, is that it doesn't have any kind of volume control. Like on the G930 and the G35 have a roller wheel on the left ear pad that you can just reach up and turn, and that is very convenient, very awesome. Unfortunately, the Razer Kraken has a software volume. Like you have to have Razer Synapse open, and it's a slider, and that is terrible because I can't adjust that while I'm recording. I can't just do it on the fly. I have to tab out and go to that and do it. So after I was done recording all of the entire like 3-hour session of Dark Souls, which is what I do. I generally record for 3 hours, and I cut it into half-an-hour episodes or whatever. I decided that I was gonna change it out. I was gonna use the G430 on my gaming PC and the Kraken on the editing laptop, which is, to be honest, I guess if you believe the quality difference is kind of a shame, but whatever. So I switched out the plugs and I plugged in the G430. Now here's the problem and why the video actually was not able to be out, to come out. When I did that, Windows, unbeknownst to me, changed the default recording device from my mixer, which has my AT2020 XLR microphone. It changed it from the mixer to the headset's microphone. Now, even if I had known this was happening, I would not have been happy with that, because headset microphones are terrible for Let's Plays, for gaming videos in general. I know maybe some of you guys that watch my videos are also content creators. And if you are watching and you use a headset mic, I'm not trying to make fun of you, and I'm not telling you that you're wrong or that you're stupid or anything like that. It's just not for me. The quality is never good. No matter how much you audio engineer your commentaries afterwards, it never will sound as good as a dedicated external mic. But the point is, I didn't know this. I didn't know it switched my default recording device to the headset's mic. I also had the headset's mic up, because it's like a thing you reach up and you pull it down, and it that's it. So when I got the files all transferred to my editing laptop, and I plugged them into Vegas, and I waited for all the peaks to do their thing. While I was doing that, I was watching videos, so it ended up being pretty late before I finally got to the laptop to start editing. And when I did my initial sync, I noticed that it sounded really weird, like it was really faint. So I kind of panicked a little bit, and I opened up the actual audio file and listened to it, and it sounded terrible. It was quiet, it was tinny, it was choppy. Because I guess the voice activation for the G430 isn't all that great. And it was completely unusable. There was nothing I could do. It was too late to record another video. So I called it, a mulligan, and decided that I would just get to one today. Now this was yesterday. It's going to be 2 days ago for you guys. So that happened. So essentially, what happened was I was already in the market to buy another headset. I was planning on doing that day. I broke my good headset, so I was like, it's not a big deal. I'll buy two. I went there. They didn't have the headset that I wanted. I had to experiment with two other headsets. I'm extremely happy with the G430, though. It sounds and feels just like the G35. It's just there's no noise canceling, and the volume is on the cord. There's like a little box on the cord, which I don't like. It means I have to find it when I need to change the volume on the fly, but whatever. Also, one of the things that you know, that's essentially the story for today. And technically, I could probably just end the video here, but I just wanted to add as a little bonus. The Kraken has some pretty good sound. Don't get me wrong. But there seems to be some weird, like, inherent default bass boost. Like, I don't know if... Oh, well, we got this thing going on. I don't know if it's marketed toward Call of Duty gamers or something like that who, you know, want to hear lots of bass in their explosions and gunfire and stuff, but I don't like it. Mainly because now I said, like, I have it on my editing laptop. It makes my voice sound extremely bassy, and I kind of panicked for a second because I thought maybe my mixer was bumped or something like that, so I looked at it, and the settings were all still the same. So my question to you guys is my voice... Because it sounded like I was talking through some really bad, like, AM radio. You know, like I was on an AM radio talk show or something. And I'm kind of worried because what if all my... Like, I was thinking, what if all my videos sound that way? Because here's the deal. Like, all of the sound from my computer or, like, from gaming or YouTube videos or movies or shows or anything that I watch all go through a headset. And I've always used, like, kind of the same headsets. I've always used Logitech headsets. And my voice, you know, it sounds the way I want it to sound in those headsets. But now that I've tried a headset from a different company, it sounds completely different. So I'm kind of worried that maybe all Logitech sound or headsets are making me sound different. You know, like maybe they're wrong and every other headset is right. Because after I rendered the video, even though I sounded kind of super bassy, after I rendered the video, I sent it back to my gaming PC and I listened to it through the Logitech G430 and it sounded fine. It sounded like it usually does. So obviously it's just a thing with the Kraken. But my question is, do I sound too bassy in these videos, guys? Because I don't EQ my voice very much at all. Like, I increased a tiny bit of the low end. A tiny bit. And that's only because I don't sit like an inch from my microphone. Because the closer you get to your microphone, the more bass it's gonna, like, the more natural bass you'll get, like a warmer sound. I can't do that because of the way my mic arm is. It puts it a little bit far forward, and I can only get my chair so close to the damn desk before I'm stuck, you know, smashed up against it. So, and, you know, taking that into account, I actually have to do a little tiny bit of EQ on my voice to make it sound more natural. In any case, again, like, I don't know, maybe you guys can, you know, shed some light on this and let me know if my voice sounds unbelievably bassy, like unnaturally bassy. So that's my question for you guys, and that's also why I didn't have a video out yesterday. And I guess by extension, that is the video for today. In any case, if you like this video, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more videos of Elite Dangerous or any of the other videos that I've done, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you have anything to say, especially, you know, just let me know what you think about the voice quality. Go ahead and throw it down in the comments. Remember, I'm Commander RestlessCorpse. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, I guess, you know what? Hold on. Before we end, I guess I should talk a little bit about what's going on in Elite Dangerous. We're still in the patch, as you guys can see. We're just trucking along. Even though I didn't put out a video in the last 2 days, I have played, and I've moved along, you know, the patch course that it is taking. So, just because I don't put a video out, I want you guys to know that I have played and I have made progress back toward the bubble. So it's not like, you know, it's going to take a billion years to get back. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.
Eject. 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 Eject.